This is a dream, something I've been dreaming for so many years. It's just amazing.
Roméo Lavia, FC's latest future star. From playing street football in Belgium to becoming one of the most sought-after midfielders in Europe, Roméo Lavia's rise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Biggest challenge was probably Anderlecht in Belgium at 16.
Once tipped as the future of Manchester City's midfield, Roméo made headlines when he left Pep Guardiola's side at just 18 to chase first-team football at Southampton. It didn't take long for the world to take notice. In his debut Premier League season, he played with the maturity of a veteran, dictating play, breaking up attacks, and showing composure way beyond his years.
It was special. That was incredible feeling. My family was there as well, so it was great.
But just as his career was taking off, he found himself at the centre of a transfer war. Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United all wanted to sign him. In the end, Chelsea won the race for the FC future star, paying £58 million for his signature. Since then, a series of injuries have kept him sidelined, delaying what was meant to be his breakout season. But that wasn't going to hold him back. For the first time, he opens up about his childhood, playing against his idols.
When he came onto the pitch, it's like time stopped.
We sat down with Lavia to hear his side of the story. This is Perspectives with Roméo Lavia.
I was crying because I knew I couldn't play that game. Roméo Lavia. Hi, I'm Roméo Lavia. I'm a professional footballer for Chelsea FC and an FC future star. I'm here to do Perspective for rising ballers.
Cool, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The first thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to show you some pictures which might take you by surprise. Do you want to take a look at those?
Oh man, this is young Roméo. Very young. You still have this? Oh my God.
So Roméo, this isn't actually the first time you've linked up with Rising Ballers. So we wanted to show you these pictures from a shoot we did with you 5 years ago in 2020. Can you tell us about what you remember from this shoot? Where were we and how much has your life changed since that one?
Of course, I remember it was in Manchester City Centre. 2020. I just joined Manchester City, and I was under 18s and aiming to finish the season 23s if I remember. Yeah, and yeah, it's been a journey so far. So since that moment, wow. Now I'm getting all the memories, so it's kind of funny, but yeah, a lot has changed since, and it's been good. It's been good.
Perfect. Thank you.
These pictures don't even look like me. Wow. That's crazy.
So first question, how does it feel to be an FC future star, and what do you think about your new ratings?
I'm really happy, first of all, because I'm a FC lover, so I've been playing this game for so many years. I'm really happy, and it's a promo that I was always aiming to be part of. So yeah, it's a good accomplishment, I would say. And the stats on it, to tell you how good they're probably going into my team. My team is really good, so yeah, no, I'm really happy.
Perfect. We're going to start with your journey. Can you tell us about where you're from and how football started for you?
Whew. It all started in Belgium, in Brussels, at the age of 7. Quickly, like in my neighbourhood club. Very quickly after a year, I joined Anderlecht, so that was a quick turnaround. And then from there, I sort of settled really well in that club, where I've learned the basics of football, and probably got all the tools to become a better player in the future. And then 16 made that decision to leave my home country, leave my family in a sense, to go and pursue my dreams. It wasn't easy. Because when I left, it was COVID time, so it was quite a challenge, going to a house family, etc. But when you make this decision, you know where you want to go. So I always had it in my head, and that was pushing me every day to sort of get better and go up the steps every time. So very quickly I moved into the 23s, and then towards the end of the season I started training the first team. So it all went very quick, but I really enjoyed it. And then after the second season of City, where I won both seasons, probably the 23s league, if I remember, and being fully with the first team, getting the full experience from from the City players, at that moment probably one of the best teams in the world. After that, I decided to leave and try and make my own name in football, in professional football, I would say. That's when I made the decision to go and play for Southampton. It was a different challenge, and it was more to try and establish myself. So you probably tell me how I did. I think I did quite well. You tell me, and then after the season, I joined Chelsea, and I've been really happy since.
Perfect. And when did you start to realise that you were talented at football? How did you first get scouted?
How did I realise? Probably like when you play you play above your age group, and you feel comfortable in that age group. That's when you probably think, I've got a little bit. So you just try hang to it, and then from there it's just, I think it comes naturally in a way.
Do you remember first getting scouted? Do you remember the feeling, how you felt? Do you remember anything from it?
I'll tell you the story. I wasn't actually scouted, but it's when I went for my neighbourhood club to Anderlecht. So I had a family event, and my neighbourhood club had to play against Anderlecht, but I had to miss it because of the family event. So I was angry. I said to my parents, just find a solution. I don't want to go to that event. And my family was like, no, you have to. And I remember after the last session before the game, I was crying because I knew I couldn't play that game. And then the coach went to my parents and said, it's a shame that he can't play, etc. But and he's got good qualities, and I actually know the people from Anderlecht, so I'll try to get them in touch with you, and then maybe if everything goes well, you can go and have a trial. So it's not actual scouting, but that's how it started, and it's crazy how things go.
And obviously you got signed from the trial. How did it feel, finding out you were joining Anderlecht?
It was a big step. So at first I was really shy. I remember my first days at the club, was really, really shy. But it's completely different. Wearing the logo of a big club is just, at that age you probably don't realize, but looking back, I know I was really happy and really proud.
Cool. And growing up, who were your football heroes and why?
Football heroes. I don't know, because at the start you don't really play in one position, so you get you're just watching Ronaldo and Neymar and all these players, but then at some point you start to get your own position. Then your heroes start to drift into the position that you're playing. So unless you tell me in my position or in general.
Both. We can do both. In general.
In general, I'll probably say Messi, Ronaldinho, Neymar, yeah, Sergio Ramos. So it was just like, because I was playing striker, centre back, so it's just a bit of everything.
And then what about in your position?
In my position, mainly was Busquets. Because when I started watching football, that's when they were probably at their best. So yeah, I'll probably say Busquets, and then over the years it started to grow with like the likes of Kante or Fernandinho, or So there's a lot of examples. Just to name a few.
Cool. You said you used to play striker.
I used to play striker. Yeah. I wasn't scoring many goals. Well, that's why that's fixed. Yeah.
Cool. Well, now you're a complete midfielder who can defend and create. What part of the game do you enjoy more, and how have you evolved?
The part that I enjoy the most, I don't know if there's one that I prefer the most, because it's just the feeling of knowing that you're helping your teammates and you're making their life easier. I think that's probably what I enjoy the most, But if I had to pick one, it would probably be defensively, because then you tell all the offensive guys who like to score goals and assist and win us games, just focus on that and we do the rest. So I like that part.
Are there specific matches or performances that you look back on as turning points in your career?
I don't know if I can say it. My first Premier League goal, which was against Chelsea. Yeah, that's one main one. Probably my Premier League debut. Played against big players like Ronaldo. I could go for a long time, but yeah, these are probably the main ones.
How did it feel making your debut?
It was special. I didn't expect it to come so early. Off the back of a move in a new place, having just a few weeks to get ready. That was incredible feeling. My family was there as well, so it was great.
What younger players at Chelsea do you think have the potential to become an FC future star like you in the next few seasons? Who should we have our eye on?
Let me think. I think Tyreek George. I see Josh, Champagne. I see. You guys probably don't. Oh, you probably know him. Shim, good striker. Yeah. I would say these three. I'm really confident in their abilities. Yeah.
What would you say is the most challenging thing about being a footballer that people don't see?
I think it's just the dedication, and people tend to say you have to be dedicated in every single aspect of life or jobs or whatever you want to say. But I just think every decision to make has an impact. Yeah. So, and to that you add the sacrifices. It's just a whole bunch of things that are just much more than just put yourself out there and playing on the pitch. So there's a lot going behind the scenes, and you're sleeping at the right time, eating the right things. You can't party as much as you want to. So all these things, they have an impact if you do it well or not. So yeah, that's probably the most challenging things.
What about the best?
The best challenge?
No, the best thing about
being the best thing? It's just because it's what you love, you've been playing since you was a kid, and to be able to do it at the highest level, but also still having that love and coming into training, into games thinking, wow, like this is a dream, something I've been dreaming for so many years. It's just amazing, just amazing.
And taking you back, obviously, when you were playing football, when you started as a young kid in Belgium, did you ever dream and think you'd be playing in the Premier League like you are today?
Definitely, I think it's always in the side of your head, because you know you dream every day, and as a kid, when you're a fan of football, I think your dreams are straight away involving football, and you want to be, because like I said, like the players I was aiming to be like Neymar, Ronaldo, all these players, they were at the highest level. So obviously, if you want to be like them because you like them, then you're indirectly, aiming to be playing for these big clubs. And so yeah, it was definitely in the side of my head.
Perfect. And you've had a crazy journey in football so far. Yeah. It's mad to think that you're still only 21 years old. What does the future hold for Roméo Lavia, and what do you want to achieve on and off the pitch?
I'll start with off the pitch. I think off the pitch, I want to give back to the community in general, because I think we can, as footballers, we can do a lot more for the community. So that's definitely one thing that I have on my heart, and obviously the people that are following us all the time. Sometimes I think, like, when we play games and it's raining and it's bad weather, we think, oh, these people are there and they're singing and they're behind us all the time. So it's just giving that love back as much as I can. And on the pitch, a lot. I think I'm aiming for the highest, like I said. So every title that is there for me to grab, I'll go for it. So all these trophies I can think of, I'm going for it.
What's the best piece of advice you've been given in your career?
The best piece of advice actually came from one of my youth coaches at Anderlecht, who told me basically to live every moment as if it was the last one, and not take anything for granted. And that's something that stuck with me for I was 14 back then, and since then, every time I step on the pitch or in everything I do, really, I just try to make the most of it and enjoy it as much as I can. And that drives me definitely.
Nice. What's been the highlight of your career?
The highlight of my career? I think it was probably playing against Cristiano Ronaldo. Definitely. Like that moment, I remember as if it was yesterday. Like when he came onto the pitch, it's like time stopped. Like I wasn't focused on the game anymore. I was just looking at him for a good 2 minutes. That's definitely the moment that's been the highlight of my career.
What were you thinking in your head? Like, just what were you actually thinking?
Like in them 2 minutes, I'm thinking of all the goals that I've seen on TV, all the times I went on YouTube to watch his clips. Like everything is won. I'm like, oh, that's him, And yeah, I was buzzing.
Did you try to trade shirts with him?
I tried, but I can't remember what happened. I think he already promised to one of the other players, so it was already a deal done. So unfortunately, I didn't get it.
Yeah, it's understandable. What would you say has been the biggest challenge in your career?
Biggest challenge was probably leaving Anderlecht in Belgium at 16 in a difficult time in the world at that moment. But also just, going against the odds probably, because in Belgium it's always better to stay and do your first steps in professional football in Belgium. So it was, going against everyone in a way, and trying to make my way and be unique in a sense. So that was probably the most challenging part.
Nice. Obviously, you said playing against Ronaldo was your highlight.
Yeah.
Is that would you say he's the toughest player you've played against?
Toughest? Probably not, because we're not directly against each other. Hardest, I would probably say Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. Because, I've been with him for a full year at City, in training, watching his moves, etc. And then I moved to Southampton, play against City, and I'm thinking, okay, I know him. I didn't know him. So that was probably the toughest opponent I've played against. Yeah.
We're asking everyone that comes on this series to ask a question to the Rising Ballers audience. Yeah. So, do you have a question?
My question for the Rising Ballers audience is, what's your, of all time, best 11? Let me know in the comments.
I don't know if you guys are going to say yes or no, but what's your best 11?
No. Don't be not doing it.